You're watching Cakeland. This is Cake News.
Crews continue working to restore power to those left in the dark after a damaging windstorm. And a man taken to the hospital with critical injuries after a stabbing in northwest Wichita. Those are some of our top stories this Saturday, June 29th. Good morning. I'm Jordan Shefty. I hope you are having a great start to your weekend, but I know you want to know about your weather so that you can plan the rest of it. So let's get right over to meteorologist Tanner Swift. Good morning, Tanner.
Well, good morning, Jordan, and good morning to the rest of you. We're starting off the day with just a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly confined to western Kansas. You can see the eastern half of the state nice and quiet as we take you in a little bit closer here and there we go, into southwestern Kansas, and you can see nothing severe out there right now, just some scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder from just south of Dodge City down through the Coldwater area and then up toward the Kinsley area and Larned, up through Ness City. All this activity moving off toward the southeast and kind of keeps festering and developing as we've gone over the last hour or so. Another little thunder shower just to the southeast of Oakley. Again, everything will continue to lift off toward the south and the east as we head through the morning hours. So we're going to have to deal with this through the mid-morning hours before I think it slowly dissipates and we see quite a bit of sunshine for western Kansas. Look at the temperatures outside. It is a fairly cool start to the day. We're at 69 degrees in Wichita, 65 in Salina, 63 in Great Bend. Something you're going to notice when you step out the door this morning, less humidity. It feels awful comfortable out there. Take a look at our day planner. Another warm day today, around 78 degrees at 10 a.m., 83 by the noon hour. Lots of sunshine at 3 p.m. here in Wichita. A bit of a north breeze. We don't get to say that in late June very often, with a 3 p.m. temperature right around 89 degrees. Much cooler weather as we head into the second half of the weekend. We're going to be talking about highs in the lower 80s. We'll give you a complete look at the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Tanner. New this morning, a man is in critical condition following a stabbing in northwest Wichita early this morning. Police were sent just after 3 to the 2000 block of 21st and Waco.
The individual was found with severe stab wounds to his abdomen. He was taken to St. Francis Hospital in critical condition and taken into surgery.
Sergeant Swanson believes the victim is in his late 30s or early 40s. Police are still trying to figure out what led to the stabbing. They do not have any suspects so far. And also new this morning, a 22-year-old man is killed in a crash just north of Winfield. It happened at K-15 and US 77 last night at around 9:30. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol, 22-year-old John Sepp of Wellington ran a stop sign hitting the back of a grain hauler. He died at the scene. The driver of the other vehicle was not injured. Wichita firefighters called to a West Wichita home overnight. Police and puppies escaped unharmed. The fire was reported at about 11:30 in the 300 block of South Osage. Oh, look at that. Firefighters were able to put the fire out in a matter of minutes.
Heavy smoke coming out of the second floor, and then we kind of had an idea where the seat of the fire was going to be at when we got here, so we got in, got to the second floor, pulled ceilings, found the fire, and got it knocked down.
Captain Holman said the residents of the home got out of the house before crews arrived. Firefighters thankfully rescued some of the puppies from the home. Investigators have not determined the cause. Now, Westar Energy says most customers without electricity should be restored by tonight. Some great news, but the utility company acknowledges some might not get power until Monday. This morning, there are about 10,000 customers still without power. Westar Energy spokesman Nick Bundy says there are about 30 line crews on the job, with more from out of the area arriving. Westar encouraging everyone to stay away from broken utility poles and downed lines.
You know, you don't know if that branch up there is going to continue holding that up. So certainly this is a hazard.
He says if the electrical service line from the utility pole to the house is down, it's up to the homeowner to get that reconnected to the house. And of course, businesses have also been affected by the power outages. Cake's Phil White spoke with some Wichita business owners who found a way to remain open despite having no electricity.
They had it all worked out. It seemed like they had a contingency plan for it.
This Tractor Supply Company store on West Kellogg remained without power all day, with a generator running the cash register and employees helping customers by flashlight. Tractor Supply opened and saw quite a bit of demand for chainsaws, generators, and other storm cleanup related items.
They were really helpful. They were waiting for me with a flashlight, so took me back there and had no problem.
Ryan did not expect the store to be open when he pulled up.
I almost turned around. I saw that the lights were all out, and then the older gentleman was motioning for me to come in, so that's service.
This U-Haul center near Pawnee and Seneca was another business that worked around its power outage.
We got power from the shop next door, so we have our computers working, but yeah, it's been a pain. It's not been fun.
Despite the inconvenience, Wolfenbarger says being closed was not an option.
Everyone's still needing to move and needing trucks and equipment, so it's like we can't really just close down because people already have the trucks and they need to bring them back, get their change back, they need to move, they need to get out of their apartments.
Even without lights or air conditioning, U-Haul saw a steady stream of customers throughout the day.
Everyone's been real understanding though. No one's really had to, they understand the power's out, so they got to wait a little longer or whatnot.
As utility crews worked around the corner from the Tractor Supply store, shoppers had plenty of praise for their work.
Hats off to the guys working on the Highline poles. That's electricity.
The U-Haul Center representative says Westar has told them they're hoping to also have power restored there by late today. Some businesses, like restaurants, are not able to be open without power. Now, city crews are only cleaning up public property around Wichita. The city says damage is widespread and that their resources are tied up removing debris from public streets and right-of-ways. So they will not be picking up down trees or debris from private property owners. You can make arrangements with trash haulers or take debris to one of 4 disposal sites for a fee. There's a list on cake.com. Just click on this story. Now, people in Hayesville have a lot of cleanup ahead of them as they recover from Thursday night's storm. The town south of Wichita was one of the hardest hit areas. Downed trees line nearly every street in town. Other homes have roof damage, windows shattered, and vehicle damage. Neighbors say they're still in a bit of shock.
Cleanup and time to recover from the shock and all the different things that have to happen. It's a lot more intense than I think people would realize. You know, I know it is for me.
Hayesville leaders say beginning Monday, city crews will pick up debris people have been able to pile on the curbs. Now, a Shawnee County District judge has put parts of the state's new abortion law on hold. This temporarily blocks provisions of the law that change the definition of what a medical emergency is and require abortion providers to post a statement on their websites saying the state's materials on abortion are accurate. 2 men have joined a former football star in custody in a man's shooting death. Authorities say the 2 men were in the car with former New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez at the time of the shooting. One of the 2 men is charged with illegally carrying a gun, and the other is accused of being an accessory after murder. Prosecutors had already charged Hernandez with murder. A funeral will be held later today for the victim, Odin Lloyd, who was a Boston semi-pro football player. Former Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, retired Marine General James Cartwright, is under investigation for allegedly leaking classified information about a covert cyber attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. A source tells ABC News the information was included in a book by New York Times correspondent David Sanger. Testimony is over until Monday in the second-degree murder trial of George Zimmerman. Yesterday, neighbors who witnessed parts of his struggle with Trayvon Martin took the stand as the jury tries to determine who was the true aggressor that night. Lena Zach has the latest in this explosive trial.
Can you tell us
George Zimmerman's injuries were on display for the court.
Again, an abrasion consistent with that head being hit on concrete?
It can be consistent with that, yes.
Lindsay Folgate treated Zimmerman a day after the shooting. She said his nose appeared broken, but the cuts on his head did not require stitches.
For the most part, they required cleaning to the area.
Another dent in the story that Zimmerman's life was in danger from Trayvon Martin banging his head against concrete. Neighbor Jonathan Good was one of the closest eyewitnesses.
Did you ever see
the person on top pick the person from the bottom and actually slam them into the concrete?
No.
Did you ever see the person on top slamming the person on the bottom's head on the concrete over and over and over?
No.
Did you see at any time the person on top grab the person on the bottom's head and slam it into the concrete?
No.
Good did strengthen the defense's position, saying he believed he saw the teen on top of Zimmerman.
And he was the one who was raining blows down on the person on the bottom, George Zimmerman, right?
That's what it looked like.
Also on the stand, a third neighbor who took these photos of Zimmerman's bloody head and Martin's body. Zimmerman asked him to call his wife.
Kind of cut me off and he says, "Just tell her I shot someone."
Zimmerman is charged with just one count of second-degree murder, but it is possible that the jury could be allowed to convict on a lesser charge, like manslaughter. Lana Zach, ABC News, New York.
The lead plaintiffs in the United States Supreme Court case that overturned California's same-sex marriage ban tied the knot on Friday. Weddings happened just hours after a federal appeals court freed gay couples to obtain marriage licenses in the state for the first time in 4.5 years.
We have waited a long time for this day. Chris and I fell in love 14 years ago, and we knew that our relationship would last and our family would last, and we wanted our love to last and to be dignified by the institution of marriage.
The mayor says same-sex couples can wed all weekend. President Obama is in South Africa this morning, and he has plans to meet with Nelson Mandela's family. The latest on his historic trip and the condition of Mandela. And next, violence in Egypt as protesters clash with law enforcement. The latest from Cairo. That's coming up.
And we have just enough clouds out there here in Wichita to make it a very pretty sunrise. So far this morning, we've hit a morning low of 69 degrees on our way to a high of 90, right about where we should be for this time of year. Looks like temperatures are going to be below average as we head over the next couple of days. We'll give you a complete look at the forecast coming up.
When you just want to go play outside, it's Treescapes at the Outdoor Living Center.
Our customers love their Schofield Honda. You'll love our big gas savings. Choose from over 80 Civics starting at $18,995 plus 0.9% financing, or drive for just $198 a month. Come see what our customers say.
I love my Schofield Honda.
Don't miss out.
It's the final days of the Renewal by Andersen 50% off sale.
50% off smart sunglass, 50% off stainable wood interiors, 50% off True Scene screens, 50% off upgraded hardware, grills, and more, plus $50 off per window and door, and easy finance options to fit your budget.
Hurry, call today.
The Renewal by Andersen 50% off sale ends this month.
Renewal by Andersen, we love our new windows.
0% at Hyundai? That's right, it rarely happens, but it's here this month. Receive 0% for 60 months on our top two sellers, the Elantra and Sonata. But that's not all. Combine Hyundai's everyday low price with the huge savings of 0% for 60 months, plus available rebates, discounts, and no payments until the end of summer. Relax this summer in a new Hyundai with 0% financing and no payments for 90 days.
So come on in, take it for a spin, and switch to Schofield Hyundai.
Worlds of Fun and Oceans of Fun, now all in one park and all for one price, with 6 new slides, including Predator's Plunge. Get tickets at worldsoffun.com.
This 4th of July, your Kansas Heartland Honda dealers are celebrating the America's Best Sales Event, featuring America's best brand of cars, America's best value brand, and America's best when it comes to the brand Americans trust most. Honda is America's best, and right now is the best time to check out a new Honda, like Accord, for 0 down or 0.9% financing for well-qualified buyers. See your Kansas Heartland Honda dealers for details or go to kansashlhondadealers.com.
Our customers love their Schofield Honda. You'll love our big discounts. Receive 0.9% for 60 months, plus $3,000 off all pilots and $4,000 off every Odyssey van. Come see what our customers say.
I love my Schofield Honda.
Good Saturday morning. It is 6:14. Egyptians are preparing for the worst as streets once again fill with protesters, and the State Department has identified an American killed in the violent clashes. A spokesman says Andrew Proctor was killed Friday in Alexandria. The department has issued a warning advising Americans to defer non-essential travel to Egypt because of the continuing violence there. The protesters are eager to oust Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi, while Islamists are determined to keep him in power. Today, President Barack Obama and the First Lady are set to meet privately with members of Nelson Mandela's family. 94-year-old Mandela has been in the hospital for 3 weeks with a recurring lung infection. The White House says the Obamas will not see Mandela in the hospital. Some South Africans are weighing in on the president's visit.
I think Obama should come and visit Madiba because Madiba and Obama also share almost the same history. Obama was the first black president in America, and Madiba also was the first black president in South Africa. And also I think he should come and visit Madiba because it will lift Madiba's spirit.
During his week-long trip to South Africa, President Obama will also be addressing some of the youth in an effort to engage Africa's future. And 3 people have been found dead in the wreckage of a small plane crash in Alaska. The Federal Aviation Administration says that the 2-engine Beechcraft BE-55 crashed near the Summit Airport Friday morning. It was en route from Fairbanks International Airport to Homer. The cause of the crash is under investigation. And we'll now take another look at your weather with Tanner Swift.
Well, we do have just a few showers and a few thunder showers showing up on Cake's Viper HD. Take a look. You can see, for the most part, scattered through portions of western Kansas. Most of us staying dry as we head through the morning hours. But from around Grove over toward Ness City, Kinsley, over toward Garden City and Dodge City, and points to the south over toward the Coldwater area. Certainly nothing severe out there. Looks like we'll have to deal with these showers as we head through the morning hours before we see lots of sunshine. Some cooler temperatures today. We'll see highs only in the 90s today, and then we're going to cool down into the 80s. We'll give you another complete look at the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Tanner. I think we're all glad to hear those cooler temperatures. Your time this morning is 6:17. Coming up, the Las Vegas area expecting record temperatures this weekend. Find out just how hot it's supposed to get.
Ultra-modern living, grand comfort, meticulous craftsmanship, innovative design, best warranties. Savings up to 25% plus instant manufacturer bonus coupons. Ultra-modern pool and patio.
Life just got a whole lot easier for our customers. It's the all-new Schofield Buick GMC store at 13th and Greenwich. Drive America's best for less with some incredible low payments during our grand opening. Drive the GMC Sierra for just $229 a month, or save up to $11,000. Or drive the GMC Acadia for $299 a month, or the fuel-efficient Terrain for only $199 a month.
So come on in, take it for a spin, and switch to Schofield Buick GMC.
How much better? Good morning, America. How much better? Yeah. How much better can it get? Good morning. Midwest. 4 is super cool.
The only place you'll find him is GMC.
Bad Boy is bigger, better, and hotter than ever.
It just doesn't get any stronger, faster, or more maneuverable than a Bad Boy mower. Packed with more innovation and built to last over time, we're also the biggest value in the game. So carve up to half the time mowing with our zero-turn All-American performance and just plain have more fun doing it. 27 horsepower, 60-inch cut, $49.99.
It doesn't get any hotter than this. And that's Bad Boy, baby. Mow with an attitude.
At Cranmer Grass, we know what's important: family and friends. Spend time with the ones you love at home on a lawn from Cranmer Grass. Quality turf you can trust. We also offer seed and fertilizer. Always open to the public. Stop by Cranmer Grass, and we will help you create a lawn you can afford. Or call us 316-722-7230.
Ultra-modern living, grand comfort, meticulous craftsmanship, innovative design, best warranties. Savings up to 25% plus instant manufacturer bonus coupons. Ultra-modern pool and patio.
Do you hear something? Whodunit is the summer's diabolical new hit. Sunday, solve this week's murder or die trying. What? Whodunit, all new Sunday 9/8 Central on ABC.
For money-saving offers, visit MidasWichita.com.
Now the most accurate forecast in Kansas. Here's Cape First Alert meteorologist Tanner Swift.
Most of us waking up and starting off this weekend on a dry note, especially in the eastern half of the state. But we do have some scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder scattered through about the western half of the state. We'll start in southwestern Kansas and show you that we do have just a few light thunderstorms, mainly to the south of Dodge City, over through the Meade area, down through the Coldwater area. Also a few thunder showers as we work our way toward the north, over toward the Kinsley area. And then this activity continues off toward the north, over toward just to the south of Oakland. We'll be moving back into the Nest City area, and another batch in southwestern Nebraska might be trying to make its way down into extreme north central Kansas. So just a few light thunder showers out there, a few rumbles of thunder, some light to moderate rain at times, perhaps some heavy rain in a few pockets, but that's about it. Everything else pretty quiet. Not expecting any severe weather as we head through the morning hours. Right now here in Wichita, just enough clouds out there to make it a very pretty sunrise, and we're setting at a temperature of 69 degrees and a light north breeze at about 7 miles per hour. The dew point down into the 50s. That's how much moisture is in the air. It's been very humid the last couple of days. You'll notice the less humidity when you head out the door this morning. 65 right now in Salina, 65 also in Hutch, 66 out in Dodge City. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast as we help you plan your Saturday. Going through the day again, I think we'll see those spotty showers and thunderstorms in western Kansas till about 10 o'clock, perhaps lingering until maybe the noon hour. But then as we go into the afternoon, I think mostly sunny skies all across the state. Some cooler temperatures. Most of us saw highs yesterday well into the 90s. Today, I think we're going to see temperatures in the lower 90s, and then pretty quiet as we head into the overnight hours. We'll have to watch for a very slight chance of an isolated thunderstorm in far western Kansas, and those should dissipate pretty quickly after midnight. As we head into our Sunday, again, I think we're going to see lots of sunshine and even cooler temperatures. Like I said, I think tomorrow we're going to be talking about high temperatures in the 80s, maybe even some upper 70s, and it looks like those cooler temperatures will stick around for a couple of days. So here's our forecast for Wichita, 83 degrees by the noon hour. The graphic is not right. It's not going to be dark at noon. I think we're going to see lots of sunshine. 89 at 3 p.m. and then a 5 p.m. temperature right around 90 degrees. That's about 6 degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday. Here's a look at our everywhere forecast. Beginning in south central Kansas, again, lots of sunshine, a bit of a north breeze at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. High temperatures for the most part right around 90 degrees. Mostly clear skies as we go into the overnight hours with overnight lows down into the lower 60s into north central Kansas. I think we'll see lots of sunshine as we head through our Saturday. High temperatures mid and upper 80s, so comfortably cool. Then as we go into the overnight hours, look for mostly clear skies, a bit of a north breeze. Overnight lows upper 50s and lower 60s. Into western Kansas, we showed you those scattered showers and thunder showers on Cake's Vortex HD or Doppler HD. And as we go into the afternoon, I think lots of sunshine, a very slight chance of an isolated storm along the Colorado border. High temperatures upper 80s to the north, lower 90s to the south. Any storms that we have developed later on this evening will quickly dissipate after midnight. Overnight lows almost on the cool side in the mid 50s to the north. Here's a look at our planning forecast for Wichita, Hutch, and the rest of south central Kansas. Again, we go 90 today, 82 tomorrow with lots of sunshine, 82 again on Monday, and those temperatures are going to stay quite comfortable as we head into the middle part of the work week. We slowly warm up as we head toward the 4th of July, but temperatures still in the mid 80s. Slight chance for an isolated storm on the 4th and the 5th. Then as we head into north central Kansas, a very nice weekend. Upper 80s today, lower 80s tomorrow and Monday. And it looks like a slight chance for storms as we head into Thursday and Friday. Into southwestern Kansas, slight storm chances late in the day into the early evening hours for the next couple of days, but temperatures very comfortable in the mid 80s, and then maybe a little better chances for storms as we head into Thursday and Friday. And then northwestern Kansas, again, a few late day storms, high temperatures only in the upper 70s on Monday, and then we're going to hold in the lower 80s. Another storm chance coming up Thursday and Friday.
Hey, upper 70s sounds pretty good.
We don't get to say, we're talking 4th of July here, and you don't get to say 70s very often.
I love it.
I think we'll see some 70s. It's, you know, we had that hot streak We had the hottest day in Wichita. In fact, the day we had the storm roll through, that was actually the hottest day in Wichita. We were up into the triple digits, and we're going to finish the weekend in the lower 80s.
Love it. Sounds like perfect weather to be cleaning up all those branches that are everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. And the folks without air conditioning, without power, those cooler temperatures are going to help a little bit there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Well, while we have that slight cool down, many parts of the country are dealing with extreme weather this weekend, including Colorado. Take a look at flooding there that led to a late night rescue. The time.
Find hot deals during the Menards Summer Sale. This 20-foot roll of professional-grade lawn edging from Mastermark is easy to install. Its diamond-shaped bottom keeps edging firmly in place and looking beautiful for years. $3.99. Add beauty and protection to your yard with pre-assembled fence panels. Choose from a great selection of pressure-treated panels. This 6 by 8-foot dog-eared fence panel is pressure-treated against rot and decay. Now only $36.99.
Save big money at Menards. Elevate into luxury and save like never before with Serta and the Mattress Hub. Add $5.99 to any Perfect Sleeper set and make it an adjustable sleep system. Or get a Serta memory foam mattress on an adjustable base for just $9.99. Plus get instant rebates of up to $1,000 on the revolutionary iComfort gel bed, all backed by our famous 1-year comfort guarantee. Now's the time to let the Mattress Hub change the way you sleep forever.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
Today on Tanganyika TV.
Who wants to feed the lemurs? Me! All right, come over and sit on one of the lower rocks. Once you're seated, I'll come by and give you a craisin. Now keep your hand out flat and let the lemur come to you. Now the lemurs are a lot like people. They have very soft hands and they have thumbs just like we do.
How many craisins can we feed them?
Just this one. This is their snack. This craisin is what allows you to interact with them.
Cool! To learn more about the Tanganyika experience, go to twpark.tv.
This is too much. We are completely overstocked at Big Bob's. Too much carpet. We're going to have to slash these prices. And we have too much tile and laminate. We're going to have to smash these prices. At Big Bob's, we are so overstocked, we're slashing and smashing prices up to 40 to 70% off. So hurry on in while supplies last.
Shop Big Bob's today in Wichita, 1900 East Pawnee.
You try your best to stay healthy by exercising and eating the right foods. But sometimes life can present accidents, circumstances beyond your immediate control. Yes, even this. There's something else that can help you stay healthy and be prepared for the unexpected. Vaccinations are one of the best tools we have to help fight the spread of disease. So keep up the good work. Ask your doctor if your vaccinations are up to date so you can worry less, knowing you're protected from many of life's little quirks. Who needs vaccinations? Everyone, including you.
Good morning. It is 6:27, 69 degrees. A beautiful start to your Saturday morning. A fast-moving thunderstorm dumped lots of rain in Colorado Springs, flooding the streets and submerging cars. Firefighters rescued 2 people trapped in a submerged car last night. Thankfully, no one was injured. The heat wave across the Southwest has emergency crews on alert and people looking for ways to beat the heat. Phoenix and Las Vegas could see highs of 120 degrees today. Holy smokes. Airlines are keeping a close watch because such extreme heat can affect how planes behave, especially on takeoff. And people are being reminded to keep cool and stay hydrated.
A bit worried about the heat, trying to stay hydrated, drinking a lot of water.
Authorities say there were no reports of life-threatening injuries after 200 people were treated for heat problems in Las Vegas. And check this out. It was so hot in Arizona yesterday, bobcats sought refuge under this man's tree. Dale Baker couldn't believe his eyes. An entire family of bobcats were in his front yard. Experts warned the man not to feed them or give them water. Now, there is 30 minutes of news still ahead this morning. Coming up, we've got an update on the thousands still without power after Thursday's storm. And next, a man is critically injured after being stabbed in West Wichita. Details on what we know coming up this morning.
And a look at Cake's Vortex Kake's Doppler HD. A few scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder scattered through portions of western Kansas. Nothing severe at this time, moving off toward the south and the east. We'll have to deal with these showers, but lots of sunshine and cooler temperatures as we head through the rest of the weekend. We'll give you a complete look at the forecast coming up.
Made to order. Spangles, it just tastes better.
Our customers have spoke and we listened. The new Schofield Buick GMC store is off Kellogg and now open at 13th and Greenwich. During our grand opening sale, save up to $11,000 on America's best truck, the GMC Sierra. Drive the luxurious Buick LaCrosse for just $225 a month, or the sporty Verano for only $149. And those payments include 2 years of scheduled maintenance.
So come on in, take it for a spin, and switch to Schofield Buick GMC.
Stitchman's planting season is still upon us with new plants arriving for summer. Ben Miller here for Stitchman's Greenhouse, your flower color specialist. This summer, how about coloring your world with new fresh plants, hanging baskets, or patio planters? We have Stitchman's Grow and heat-loving plants for you, all bred to perform in our Kansas climate. See for yourself and remember to check our specific garden center specials near you or browse our site at stitchmans.com or Facebook. Stitchman's Greenhouse, your flower color specialist in central Kansas.
Stitchman's Greenhouse, everything's green but us.
Hi folks, terrible weather in the springtime months has made for sluggish sales. If we don't meet our sales quota by the end of this quarter, we're simply going to lose our bulk buying power with our raw material suppliers. We cannot afford to lose those supplier discounts. We need huge summer sales to make up for the spring. So I'm going to offer huge discounts on siding, windows, sunrooms. Discounts will end when our quotas are met. Call now.
I believe great dough starts with great wheat. That's why the wheat in our hand-tossed dough comes from a special seed. That's what gives our fresh dough its great taste.
For just $11, get a large double bacon 6-cheese pizza with hickory smoked bacon and julienne cut Canadian bacon. Or choose any large pizza, even specialties, for just $1 more. Order online, on the phone, or on the app.
Choose better. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. I love this job.
This storm hit hard, and it was devastating. Take the right first step to recovery and call a company you can trust. If you have damage to your roof, please call a certified, reliable professional. Reliable professionals are knowledgeable about products and proper repair methods and are familiar with the way insurance companies work.
The Galaxy of Stars roast of Larry Hatterberg, July 19th. You're watching Cakeland. This is Cake News.
Crews continue working to restore power to those left in the dark after a damaging windstorm. Good morning. Thank you for joining me on this early Saturday morning. So glad you're here with me. Now, I know you want to know about your weather. It's a gorgeous start to the morning. Let's get right over to meteorologist Tanner Swift. Good morning, Tanner.
Well, good morning, Jordan. Good morning to the rest of you. Most of the state waking up, as Jordan mentioned, just a beautiful start to the day. But we do have a few isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms through portions of western Kansas from around Kinsley over to just to the east of Greensburg near the Pratt area, down through Meade and Coldwater. Really some pockets of moderate rain and a little bit of thunder and lightning at times as this activity continues to work its way off toward the south and the east. And then as we go up into north, just a little ways to the north, around Ness City over toward the Oakley area, just some scattered showers, and then another little batch of thunderstorms trying to make its way down from southwestern Nebraska right near the St. Francis area. We'll be moving over toward Goodland and Colby over the next hour. So we're going to have to deal with these showers as we head over the next little bit, probably till about 10 o'clock or so, and then I think we'll see everything start to quiet down and dry up. I don't think we're seeing any severe weather this morning. 69 the temperature right now in Wichita, 65 Salina, 63 Great Bend, 66 right now in Garden City, with most everyone seeing a bit of a breeze out of the north. Here, forecast for Wichita, lots of sunshine today, 83 degrees the noontime temperature, north wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. Look for a 3 p.m. temperature right around 89 degrees. So a little bit cooler today than what we saw yesterday. And then as we head into the second half of the weekend, I think we're going to all talk about highs in the 80s. So comfortably cool as we head into our Sunday. We'll give you a complete look at the forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Tanner. New this morning, a man is in critical condition following a stabbing in northwest Wichita early this morning. The 2000 block of North Woodland, which is in a neighborhood southwest of 21st and Waco.
The individual was found with severe stab wounds to his abdomen. He was taken to St. Francis Hospital in critical condition and taken into surgery.
Sergeant Swanson believes the victim is in his late 30s or early 40s. Police are still trying to figure out what led to the stabbing. They do not have any suspects so far. And also new this morning, a 22-year-old man is killed in a crash just north of Winfield. It happened at K-15 and US 77 last night around 9:30 p.m. According to the Kansas Highway Patrol, 22-year-old John Sepp of Wellington ran a stop sign hitting the back of a grain hauler. He died at the scene. The driver of the other vehicle was not injured. And Wichita firefighters called to a West Wichita home overnight. People and puppies escaped unharmed. The fire was reported at about 11:30 in the 300 block of South Osage. Firefighters, oh, look at that sweet puppy. We're able to put the fire out in just a matter of minutes.
Heavy smoke coming out of the second floor, and then we kind of had an idea where the seat of the fire was going to be at when we got here, so we got in, got to the second floor, pulled ceilings, found the fire, and got it knocked down.
Captain Holman said the residents of the home got out of the house before crews arrived. Firefighters rescued some of the puppies from the home. Investigators have not determined the cause. Now, Westar Energy saying most customers without electricity should be restored by tonight, but the utility acknowledges some might not get power until Monday. This morning, Westar reporting about 10,000 customers still without power. Westar Energy spokesman Nick Bundy says there are about 30 line crews on the job, with more from out of the area arriving. And city crews are only cleaning up public property around Wichita. The city says damage is widespread and their resources are tied up removing debris from public streets and right-of-ways. So they will not be picking up downed trees or debris from private property owners.
It is a widespread area. The difficulty of addressing the waste that would come out of the private property, we think, is something that at this point appears to us to be manageable by the individual citizens.
People can make arrangements with trash haulers or take debris to one of 4 disposal sites for a fee. There's a list on cake.com. Just click on this story. Now, the city of Hayesville took a major hit in Thursday night's windstorm. Cake's Jason Tarr spent the day in Hayesville, where residents were cleaning up some of the heaviest damage in the area.
You'll see a lot of this driving up and down the streets here in Hayesville. Piles of big branches like this out in front of homes. What makes this situation a little bit unique is that underneath all of these branches is actually a car that has been totaled.
Front window's smashed, the body panels are pushed out, the roof is caved in. The back
Lee Crawford says his daughter, a nurse, watched as the wind hurled one tree limb after another at her car.
She was devastated. You know, that's her life.
Also heavily damaged, the family's roof and their camper.
And you can see the tree branch starts there, but it goes all the way to the ground.
This, the pile of branches Crawford has already removed from his front yard.
Try to recover, get the mess out of the way, and see what damage is actually there.
His neighbors are doing the same. Chainsaws buzzing as they clear away the branches. The cleanup will be tougher for some than others. Mike Beto had a tree limb puncture a hole in his roof.
Punctured the inside of the ceiling, the drywall, and it started leaking water real bad.
And Brent Carlson now has an entire tree on his house.
I'm trying to find humor in it, just cope.
But the Crawfords say they're optimistic. Neighbors are helping each other, and the city has said it will come by and collect debris.
I think we'll pull through. We have a real strong neighborhood.
In Hayesville, Jason Tarr, Cake News.
Despite the widespread power outages, some businesses are opening their doors. This U-Haul center near Pawnee and Seneca was without power all day yesterday, but a shop next door had power, so the business was able to borrow enough to get by.
We're so used to relying on the computers that it's hard doing the old way, just like having to write everything out and that sort of thing.
A A Tractor Supply Company store on West Kellogg was also open using a generator to run the cash register. Employees helped customers by flashlight. And a Shawnee County District Judge has put parts of the state's new abortion law on hold. This temporarily blocks provisions of the law that change the definition of what a medical emergency is and requires abortion providers to post a statement on their websites saying the state's materials on abortion are accurate. And 2 men have joined a former football star in custody after a man's shooting death. Authorities say the 2 men were in the car with former New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez at the time of the shooting. One of the 2 men is charged with illegally carrying a gun, and the other is accused of being an accessory after murder. Prosecutors had already charged Hernandez with murder. Today, a funeral will be held for the victim, Odin Lloyd, who was a Boston semi-pro football player. And marriages in the wake of this week's U.S. Supreme Court ruling have begun, and 2 of the plaintiffs in that case have wasted no time in tasting victory. Chuck Severson has the story.
Do you, Chris, take Sandy?
It was a vow a long time coming.
I do.
Just 2 days after the U.S. Supreme Court effectively ended a California ban on same-sex marriage.
With this ring, I thee wed.
The 2 plaintiffs in the case tied the knot.
I now declare you spouses for life.
Sandy Steer and Chris Perry have been together 14 years, and they are the first same-sex couple to marry in California since the court's ruling.
What we wanted so desperately was for our own sons to know that we love them and each other enough to fight to be married, which now we are, and other families out there in similar circumstances, you should fight to be married too.
And we're going to dance the night away with those boys, and we cannot wait.
While California opponents of same-sex marriage blasted the resumption of nuptials, the newlyweds urged others to follow their example.
And we will come and we will fight with you because we love your children, we love your family, and we think we all deserve to have this. Kids can grow up feeling like their family is just as good as everybody else's family.
Hundreds of other same-sex couples were behind them in San Francisco City Hall, waiting to exchange vows. Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
All right, thank you, Chuck. That brings us to 6:41. Coming up, moms throwing their babies in water? Sounds crazy, but the babies have skill that many others their age don't. That story is coming up.
And it is a beautiful start to our weekend as we take a look outside using our Sand Ridge Cake Cam from our cake studios at 13th and West. We do have lots of sunshine, just a few clouds out there. As we take a look at Cake's First Alert Doppler HD, we do have just a few scattered showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder through western Kansas. Cooler temperatures on the way for the weekend. We'll give you a complete look at the forecast coming up.
Wow, we sold a bunch of cars last month. We took in a tremendous number of great trades, and Dad said get rid of them now. I'm Billy with Luber's Cars in Cheney, and I need to get you out here quick. So right now, I'm letting you sign and ride. Just sign and you can drive a nicer, newer car with zero down. Get a nicer, newer ride with just your signature and trade anything, dead or alive, and we'll help you go home in a nicer, newer ride with zero down. Our fast-track credit approval process has the bankers moaning and groaning to keep on loaning. That means we could get you approved even if others couldn't. Hurry, sign and ride ends soon.
While traveling in another state, you're injured by a motorist there. How should you pursue your legal and medical cases? A roadmap when accidents occur across state lines.
Lawyer on the Line, Sunday nights at 10:35 on Cakeland.
Elevate into luxury and save like never before with Serta and the Mattress Hub. Add $5.99 to any Perfect Sleeper set and make it an adjustable sleep system. Or get a Serta memory foam mattress on an adjustable base for just $9.99. Plus, get instant rebates of up to $1,000 on the revolutionary iComfort gel bed, all backed by our famous one-year comfort guarantee. Now's the time to let the Mattress Hub change the way you sleep forever.
Follow the cheap sheet to the Mattress Hub.
They can help you find the flooring aisle. Maybe we'll help you find the right flooring for your family's lifestyle. The Floor Project's experts know everything about flooring. We've got tips on measuring and can even show you what your choices will look like in your own room. Or you can just rely on his expertise. LOL. This month at the Floor Project, shop grand opening prices on all our flooring options. Affordable flooring perfect for your family's lifestyle. The Floor Project, inspiring your creative spirit.
Today on Tanganyika TV, baby clouded leopards.
Every year we have babies like Kiyoki. Did you guys know there's less than 100 clouded leopards in the United States?
So how'd you get one?
Great question. She was born here. We raise babies like Kiyoki every year to help save them from extinction.
Will she be here forever?
No, eventually she'll go to another facility and have her own babies.
How can we help Kiyoki?
You already have, just by visiting today.
To learn more about the Tanganyika experience, go to twpark.tv.
Shear Family Dentistry has been practicing in Wichita since 1916. 4 generations of dentists, all from the same family. Meet the surviving members of this legacy and one patient who remembers all of them. Hatterberg's People, 4 generations, Sunday at 10. Salute to America 2013, June 29th at LD Stadium.
We've got an update on a 10-year-old Pennsylvania girl whose parents sued to challenge national lung transplant rules. Sarah Mernigan faces more difficulties in her health battle. She received a second set of lungs after the first failed, but now her diaphragm is not allowing her new lungs to expand. A surgical repair is scheduled for Monday. And if you have a collapsible cloth laundry hamper in your home, researchers at the University of Illinois at Chicago have a warning for you. If the cloth begins to fray and the collapsible wire is exposed, it could cause an injury. This is an iTeam consumer alert. Researchers say 2 kids were hospitalized after being poked in the eye by the wire in the collapsible hamper. In both cases, the cloth was frayed and exposed the wire, which snapped back and caught the children in the eye.
If you have one of these hampers at home that's collapsible, take a look at it. Make sure that the fabric isn't frayed. Make sure there's no wire protruding out that could injure your child.
Researchers want parents to inspect their collapsible hampers to decrease or even eliminate the risk. Okay, here's one for you. Mothers tossing their babies in the water? I know, it sounds crazy, but in Jacksonville, Florida, some babies have a skill that's rare at their age.
Would your child know what to do if he fell in the pool? This 7-month-old does. He knows how to roll on his back and save himself.
Most children take better to the water environment if they're taught at an earlier age.
Infant Swim Resource is a program that starts kids as young as 6 months in the pool learning how to float. Amber Lee Hewitt took the class almost 30 years ago, and now her daughter Lawson is enrolled.
She actually fell in yesterday in the deep end. We were watching her and we kind of let her do it to see what would happen, and she rolled right over and started floating and swam to the side.
Jennifer McGarity signed her kids up after her son had a near-death experience.
My second child, Connor, actually had an accident in the pool with a babysitter. We took all the precautions. We had a pool fence. There was adult supervision, but it only takes a split second.
Her daughter Bella is 11 months old and has been taking the class just for a few days. She's already floating on her back.
And the children actually, she loves it. She enjoys it. It may not start like that because it's different in the beginning.
I always kind of tease my new moms. If the child is coming to me at a very young age, it's usually harder initially on the parent than it is on the child.
More than 250,000 students have taken this class. It's saved more than 800 lives. And here in Jacksonville, there are more than 20 ISR instructors, and you can find more information on infantswim.com. In Jacksonville, Lindsay Boach, First Coast News, NBC 12 and ABC 25.
Oh my gosh, I cringe every time I see them throw them into the water, but hey, they're doing pretty good. All right, your time this morning is 6:43. We'll be right back.
Our customers love their Schofield Honda. You'll love our big gas savings. Choose from over 80 Civics starting at $18,995 plus 0.9% financing, or drive for just $198 a month. Come see why our customers say,
I love my Schofield Honda.
Hello, I'm Susan Peters, along with Bruce Harris from AOK. We've joined forces asking you to help Kansas children.
And it starts by meeting someone special.
11-year-old Barry is not only a good bowler, he also wrestles, plays basketball and soccer, and the 6th grader with the gorgeous brown eyes loves science. He has been in 5 different foster homes and would love to be adopted by a forever mom and dad.
Together, we can make a difference.
Susan's Kids, brought to you by AOK Charities.
This is too much. We are completely overstocked at Big Bob's. Too much carpet. We're going to have to slash these prices. And we have too much tile and laminate. We're going to have to smash these prices. At Big Bob's, we are so overstocked, we're slashing and smashing prices up to 40 to 70% off. So hurry on in while supplies last.
Shop Big Bob's today in Wichita, 1900 East Pawnee.
What are you doing?
I am telepathically mind-melting with the millions of people in the surrounding areas to try to get them to come down to Wichita Tractor for the best prices on bad boy mowers.
We're shooting a commercial right now, so you just literally told them to come down to Wichita Tractor.
Oh, yeah. Well, come on down to Wichita Tractor and mow with an attitude.
Don't wait till next week. 4th of July pricing starts now. Only at Furniture on Consignment and Ashley Home Store in Wichita. Decorator sofa, 2 great colors, now $354. Your choice, king or queen bed, up to 55% off. Only $224. Stylish 10-foot dining table and 8 chairs, 40% off. Now $994. Find amazing deals on mattresses, every brand, size, and comfort level. Tempur-Pedic mattress, just $33 a month. Plus, choose a $300 free gift from our huge showroom. 4th of July pricing now. Only at Furniture on Consignment and Ashley Home Store.
Our customers love Schofield Honda, and you'll love our selection. Choose from over 500 vehicles. Plus, this month receive 0.9% financing for up to 60 months on nearly every new Honda. Come see why our customers say,
I love my Schofield Honda.
Now the most accurate forecast in Kansas. Here's Cape First Alert meteorologist Tanner Swift.
Well, just a few folks in western Kansas waking up to a few rumbles of thunder and some light thunderstorms, light thunder showers scattered through portions of western Kansas from around Ness City down through Kinsley and also toward Meade down through the Coldwater area. All this activity working off toward the south and the east and really has kind of started to dry up over the last hour or so. Another little batch of showers and storms starting to move into portions of far northwestern Kansas just past the St. Francis area. So Goodland, you folks, probably some moderate rain, maybe a clap of thunder here in the next little bit over toward the Colby area. Again, I think we're going to see this activity for the next couple of hours before it slowly dries up, and I think we'll see lots of sunshine as we head into the afternoon hours. Right now here in Wichita, just a beautiful picture on our Sand Ridge K-Cam. Century 2 in the foreground, the Hyatt in the background, there's Kellogg, and just enough clouds out there that made it a very pretty sunrise this morning. 69 the temperature with a light north breeze at about 7 miles per hour. 65 right now in Salina, 64 in Hayes, and also 64 out in Dodge City. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast as we go into the afternoon. Again, I think those thunder showers that we saw will quickly dry up. I have to watch for a late day thunderstorm, very similar to what we've seen the past several days, past several weeks, firing up along the front range of the Rockies. Some of those might make their way into extreme western Kansas. As we go into the overnight hours, I think we're going to see pretty quiet weather. And then as we head into our Sunday, again, a very slight chance for an isolated storm in far western Kansas. But other than that, look for lots of sunshine tomorrow and high temperatures topping out in the lower 80s, so about 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. It's going to be a pretty comfortable weekend. Here's our forecast for Wichita. Lots of sunshine at noon with a noon temperature of 83 degrees up to 89 at 3 p.m. So another warm day today with a 5 p.m. temperature right around 90 degrees. A look at our everywhere forecast beginning in south central Kansas. Again, lots of sunshine, a bit of a north breeze, 10 to 20 miles per hour. High temperatures upper 80s, lower 90s. Mostly clear tonight and fairly cool with overnight lows down into the lower 60s. Into north central Kansas, I think we'll see lots of sunshine today. High temperatures only in the mid to upper 80s with a bit of a north breeze, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with overnight lows in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Into western Kansas, again, a few showers and thunder showers early this morning, then sunshine, then a very slight chance for an isolated storm along the Colorado border later on this afternoon into the evening hours. Any storms that do develop late this evening will quickly dissipate after midnight. Overnight lows mid 50s to the north, right around 60 to the south. A look at our planning forecast beginning in Wichita and south central Kansas. Really a beautiful weekend in store for us. Lots of sunshine on Sunday. Take a look at that. 82 for a high, 82 for a high again on Monday. Look at the rest of the 7-day planner. We're going to stay in the 80s. Looks like the 4th of July, slight chance for an isolated storm, just a 20% chance right now as temperatures slowly warm up. Into north central Kansas, we'll see temperatures staying on the fairly cool side. A high of only 80 on Monday. Lots of sunshine, slight chance for an isolated storm Thursday and Friday. Into southwestern Kansas, a slight chance for an isolated
isolated storm late in the day the next couple of days. A little better chances Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the mid-80s. And in northwestern Kansas, look for a high of only 78 on Monday. And then again, storm chances start to increase a little bit as we head toward the 4th of July. The time is now 6:54, and we'll be right back.
Wow, we sold a bunch of cars last month. We took in a tremendous number of great trades, and Dad said get rid of them now. I'm Billy with Luber's Cars in Cheney, and I need to get you out here quick. So right now, I'm letting you sign and ride. Just sign and you can drive a nicer, newer car with 0 down. Get a nicer, newer ride with just your signature and trade anything, dead or alive, and we'll help you go home in a nicer, newer ride with 0 down. Our fast-track credit approval process has the bankers moaning and groaning to keep on loaning. That means we can get you approved even if others couldn't. Hurry, sign and ride ends soon.
I believe great dough starts with great wheat. That's why the wheat in our hand-tossed dough comes from a special seed. That's what gives our fresh dough its great taste.
For just $11, get a large double bacon 6-cheese pizza with hickory smoked bacon and julienne cut Canadian bacon. Or choose any large pizza, even specialties, for just $1 more. Order online, on the phone, or on the app.
Choose better. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. I love this job.
Nissan recently cut the list price of 7 popular models by as much as $4,400. And then came the hailstorm. So not only does Davis Moore have new lower prices on Nissans, we're also giving discounts for dings. New Altima 2.5S's now start at $19,900, even lower if you choose one with hail dings. Plus, we're offering 0% financing for 60 months. Prices are lower, and even minor dings mean big discounts at Davis Moore Nissan, east of Webb Road on Kellogg.
At Cranmer Grass, we know what's important: family and friends. Spend time with the ones you love at home on a lawn from Cranmer Grass. Quality turf you can trust. We also offer seed and fertilizer. Always open to the public, stop by Cranmer Grass, and we will help you create a lawn you can afford. Or call us, 316-722-7230.
This is Rex. His hobbies include chasing, gnawing, and just relaxing. That's why Rex's family trusts the Floor Project to find just the right flooring for his lifestyle. So if your best friend enjoys a messy midnight snack from time to time, let us help you find the perfect pet-friendly solution. This month at the Floor Project, take advantage of grand opening prices. Affordable flooring, perfect for your family's lifestyle. The Floor Project, inspiring your creative spirit.
Custom gunite and vinyl pools. On sale now at Treescapes, the outdoor living center.
All right, Tanner, give us one last idea of the weather.
Pretty quiet start to our weekend, which is good news for everyone. But we do have just a few light thunder showers through western Kansas over toward the Colby area, and then just to the south and east of Dodge City. I think they'll continue to dry up over the next couple of hours. High temperatures today right around 90.
All right, great. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you right after Good Morning America.
Have a great weekend.
For breaking news,